Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I really need a haircut now that I'm looking at it. I'm starting to look like Eric Foreman, and I know that some of you people in the comments have referred to me as Foreman before. I think I'm going to try and make a shirt about it, honestly. Anyways, I have a new part for the Mustang. Well, and another part that you guys may or may not have seen a video on. I don't know. I haven't edited anything in a while, and I need to. But anyways, we have this clutch reservoir from SVE. So from the factory, these cars don't have a separate brake fluid reservoir and clutch reservoir. And today we're going to change that. It's a super simple mod. I'm hoping that it works and it doesn't leak at all. My biggest fear is it leaking over time, but the one thing I got to do is I got to trim this down because this is where the wires for my high beam pass through. Because I hadn't planned on doing the reservoir anytime soon. I just kind of threw that together without thinking. So I'm going to trim this down, and then I'll show you guys kind of how to do the rest of it. Alright, so I got the sound tube cut. Just kind of cut it right down the side, took it out around the wires, put the little plug back in for now. And, well, the light's blocking, or this is blocking the light, there we go. But kind of moved it out of the way as best I could, made it look like it belongs. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean up right here and then install the bracket for the reservoir. Alright, I got the bracket installed. I just need to tighten it down if this ever focuses on this. See here, there we go, a little bit better. But yeah, as soon as I get everything else on, I can tighten it down. Next step is to take off the hose for the clutch fluid, cap it off, and then hook it up to the reservoir. Now we'll get your plug. Now get your cap. You want to make sure you're ready to plug it because it will be messy otherwise. Alright, that's pulled back. You don't want to let that sit on anything because that brake fluid will tear your shit up. So once you get that plugged up, wipe it off, and then you put your vacuum cap on. And then you shouldn't have any leaks, hopefully. As far as this goes, you just slide on the reservoir, and slide it on, you're good to go. And then what you want to do, you just want to take that line, put it down where the bracket goes. And then put your hardware on, if you can get a hold of it. Alright, reservoir's on. I didn't put it in a different spot just because I was afraid of those wires hitting it too much or anything like that. I didn't want to risk it. So now these can move freely, this can move freely, and it'll be good. As you can see, we got the cap on here, which should hopefully prevent it from leaking at all. And you just take an Allen key to tighten down these bolts here. And then what you do next is you fill her up. Put this away, if my hands allow. Extra shake today. And then, yeah, I'll get back with you after I put some fluid in here. Also, well, I'm thinking of it actually. With this reservoir, it has a boot. You don't want to fill it with the boot. You want to fill it to this little line in here. Alright, now we have that all buttoned up. We're going to pump the clutch a couple times. Just make sure it's all good. Make sure we don't have any leaks or anything like that. And then we'll get out, we'll check it. I don't feel any fluid. Hose feels good. Clamp feels good. Reservoir feels good. That plug, I did put a zip tie on it just in case because I'm paranoid, like I said. We have a remote reservoir now. We have an exited clutch. We have a trans bushing. We have a Steeda shifter. We have a Barton shifter bracket too. And then I am going to check the fluid on the trans today. See how it looks, how it feels. And then if it's not good, we're pulling a transmission today, which I do not want to do. I might hold off on it personally, I might wait until I can get a hold of some ARP flywheel bolts and all that, just because I have been wanting to change that over since I never Loctite any of the bolts, or I never did on this one anyways. I never put Loctite on the flywheel or the pressure plate bolts. I didn't have any at the time, so just been waiting for that to break. But for now, we're going to see if it's fixed the issue, go from there. I'm going to start it up, press the brakes, press the clutch, all that stuff, see if it feels better or not. I'm sure you guys will enjoy this. This hurts my ears though. We'll start her up in here and just see how it feels. It's very loud. My head. I don't want to do it any extra, but you see how it just kind of, this is what my problem's been. It's not as noticeable right now as it usually is, but it still doesn't do it right away. But say third takes it a minute, fifth, fourth, third, second, first. Here's reverse. This is a fun one too. Down, takes it a second. Now I'm starting to think that might just be the fluid that's in here, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna shut her back off. We're gonna check it out and see what happened. And well, I don't know which is more terrifying, seeing cop lights in your rearview mirror or your wife. But hello, that was unexpected. Welcome. But no, so
What's going on?
I did a thing.
What the f did you do?
Oh,
You just made more money, did you?
I bought a clutch reservoir. Oh,
I'm leaving. I'm going home.
oh, goodbye. I'll get you another cat. I've realized something.
You're gay?
No, I went through a lot of old comments, and guess what comments I was finding?
What?
Not that I'm gay. I filter those ones out because people make me upset. I look like Eric Foreman now.
What'd you find? Come here, Liz.
They all say I look like Eric Foreman
I can't do it.
in the old stuff. You see, here's the thing, and why I need a haircut is because it's getting worse again.
Start calling you Mushroom Head.
I swear to God. I mean, you already call me dumbass, so. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna check the transmission fluid, fill it up some more if I have to, and then probably take it for a drive. If it doesn't feel better, then I'm gonna pull the transmission out, which I'm not excited about. And I've decided it's too hot to do it today, so I'm not gonna do it today. If this makes it better, anyways. Long term, for the sake of my brain and my peace of mind, I'm gonna pull it again. I'm gonna put the thread locker in and hope for the best. So anyways, I'm gonna get this thing back in the air. I gotta grease the bushings on the panhard bar because I picked up some of this, which is what you're supposed to, or is an alternative to what you're supposed to use from BMR for your panhard bar bushings, lower control arm bushings, all that stuff. And then I picked up this too, finally. I need a grease gun. So anyways, I'm gonna get this jacked up. I'll get back with you guys in a minute. Oh, I also have to put thread locker on the panhard bar bolts too. If you haven't figured it out yet, I'm lazy and I like to cut corners sometimes. So yeah, anyways, see you when it's jacked up. Alright, car's in the air, as you can see, finally. We're gonna open up the grease gun and the green grease, and we're gonna fill up these bushings for the panhard bar I just put in, and then Loctite I can't talk, the adjustable nuts on them. Alright, it's been a minute. I've been really bad about actually picking up the camera all day and for the past several videos. Basically, I put the new reservoir in, and I'm going to see how that works out for me. Because it seemed like it was going into gear a little bit easier when I was trying to pull it off the ramps again. Now then, that may not have fixed the issue, which I then also checked the transmission fluid to see what the level was like. Because when I first put the clutch in, I didn't replace the fluid initially, and everything was working great. Now, I had crushed the speed sensor. I think it was a speed sensor. It's on the side of the transmission. And I rolled over on it whenever I pulled the trans out. So I had to get a new one of those, and to get a new one of those, you have to pull that out, and fluid goes everywhere. So I did that, and then things started to act up again. And that was either because of the clutch, the bolts on the flywheel, and the pressure plate are backing out slowly over time due to the heat cycles and harmonics from driving, or just multiple different things that could have done it. So I checked the fluid. The fluid came out of the fill hole, so it was either too full or it's just not good fluid. I don't know. It's still clutch transmission fluid from that. It's actually the same thing they use in the Focus that has all the problems with the dual clutch. So that's kind of a strike in itself for the fluid. So I checked that, did the reservoir. I'm gonna see how things feel. If it doesn't feel better after I put so many miles on it, then probably what I'm gonna end up doing is pulling the transmission again, but this time I'm gonna get the ARP flywheel bolts. And well, actually, before I pull the trans again, because I hate doing it on jack stands, just like most people do, I'll probably get the BG gear oil for it with the additive, because I had a friend of mine, he put it in his S550. It seemed like it helped. He didn't have as serious of an issue as I did, but I don't think he put the additive in. And I just actually, right before I went to go and start on this, I saw the video from Jacob Ardoti, who has a 1314, and he put the BG oil in it and the additive, and he got rid of the same issue that I've been having since day one. So yeah, we'll see. Instead, I decided to clean the car up, but of course now that it's done being cleaned, it's gonna rain as soon as I get home probably, which is fine. I just couldn't stand looking at how filthy it was anymore. Anytime I'd show up at any kind of car related event, it was just nasty for the past like month. I just haven't had the time to do it like I used to, and since I don't have a garage and somewhere to keep it clean all the time, it's been a lot harder for me to do that when I've been living at the apartment. But we're working on some stuff. Hopefully it works out, and then might have a garage in the future. Not anytime soon, but eventually, which would be great. I need the space because then I can work on the old one again. But my main priority is paying this damn thing off so that I can boost it and do, well, the house and other stuff. So anyways, if you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe button. I'm trying to deal with all this corona shit and still make content. It's just been a lot more difficult because I've been more focused on work than anything else, and my health and my wife's health and family's health, as most of us probably are right now. So if you haven't seen some of the videos in the past, go check them out. They're not all great. The past year probably I've been trying to make them a little more enjoyable to watch and trying to change up my filming style and editing style for the better. But yeah, just let me know what you guys think. I always love reading your comments and stuff, even when you say I look like Eric Foreman. Eventually I'll do an update video on this car and everything that's been done since I bought it, and just kind of how it sits right now, because it's at 115,000 miles. I just haven't gotten around to feeling like doing it, and I haven't found the right, I don't think it's where I want it to be to film that yet. So anyways, like I said, I'll catch you in the next video. Stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next one.